Welcome to Waking Up with Don. It's going to be a great show today. I've got some wonderful guests lined up today. We've got Stephanie Sinett from Zoo World, who's going to bring some of her furry friends and maybe some scaly friends too. And I've got Adam Cantrell from Panhandle CrossFit, who's going to put me through my paces. It's cold out. I know, polar vortex, ringing a bell with anyone? I mean, you see it all over the news. There's a polar vortex. I don't know what that means. What it means to me is it was like 21 degrees out this morning, and it's cold every day. So I did a little research, and I want to get your thoughts on this. I got this article here, and it says, global warming may be contributing to the polar vortex, causing frigid temperatures across the nation, according to some climate change researchers. So let me see if I got this right. When it's warm out, it's global warming. When it's cold out, it's global warming. So it's always global warming somehow. But what this article says is, while it seems counterintuitive, the research argues that plunging temperatures would come from changes in the jet stream caused by climate change. Rutgers University climate scientist Jennifer Francis has released a number of papers about changes in the jet stream brought about by warming Arctic temperatures. So it's getting warm in the Arctic and it's getting cold in Florida. I give up, guys. I want to know what you think about this. Go to my Facebook page. It's just Waking Up with Don. Go to Facebook and look for Waking Up with Don. I've posted the article there, and I'd like you to get your thoughts on it. I mean, give it a good read, and I'd like some thoughtful stuff on that. And I'd like to, I'll report back on what you say about this article on a future show. In the meantime, if you really care what I think about it, I'll tell you next time. But I think it's a little hokey when you've got a guy who actually worked for NASA and then quit and now works for some climate change study. And I think someone's making money on this thing. I don't know. Not a political guy anymore, but I'm still a little suspicious of this climate change stuff. Speaking of climate, we've got West Pittman as one of our sponsors now, and the Pittman firm is now sponsoring our weather. So we're going to run over to the weather. We're going to see more about this polar vortex that we're experiencing, and we'll see you after these messages. Welcome back to Wild Kingdom. Welcome back to Waking Up with Don. I have Stephanie Sinett here from Zoo World.
Yes.
Which is one of our favorite places. When my kids were little, we used to go there all the time with them.
Aww.
I know, it was fun. Now that they're big boys, not so much.
Well, you're never too old.
No, that's true. Everybody's a kid when they go to Zoo World. What's in the bag? Did you bring me a present here?
I did bring you a present. If you've ever heard the term snake in a grass, I usually travel with a snake in a bag. And I hear that's one of your favorite creatures on the planet.
Yes, I'm a snake lover. Oh my God.
Now, snakes are a cold-blooded creature, so Miss Lucy travels with her own heat pad just to make sure that she stays at a comfortable temperature when it's cool out. But they're really, really misunderstood creatures. She's actually a very beautiful animal, believe it or not.
It is a beautiful animal. And notice I'm ready to run at any second now.
And you can touch her as long as it's not near her face, because, well, that's her personal...
No chance of that happening.
Well, that's her personal bubble, and quite honestly, I wouldn't like it if you pet me in my personal bubble.
Yeah, I'm not too crazy about her getting in my personal bubble either. She's not poisonous, is she?
No, she is non-venomous.
Okay.
She is a constrictor. She is a carpet python. She's an Australian. She's actually a jungle carpet python. She's an Australian snake. And
I can tell you, Stephanie, I'm more than a little freaked out right now, but I'm gonna try and touch
go right
this thing.
ahead.
Right,
And one of the things
that
that we're able to do at the zoo, being a small zoo, we can have intimate experiences with guests, and we've actually helped quite a few people over the years with their fear of snakes, and try to dispel some of the myths about how creepy and nasty they are. Yeah. They're great to have around for rodent control. If you don't want if you don't want family to come by and visit, well, they make a great pet for that. But they do come in all different sizes. They're all pretty well one shape. But they do come, from all over the world, different colors.
I'm gonna have to touch this snake at some point. All right. Actually, he's she, he, whatever.
She's not too bad.
I guess they know
slimy.
the difference. A little cool.
A little bit cool. They're cold-blooded, which
Yeah.
basically means that they're an animal that relies on the outside environment to regulate the body temperature. So the cooler it is, the cooler she's going to be, and vice versa.
What is she doing now?
She's just checking everything out.
Just checking out the environment.
Just checking everything out. She'll stick her tongue out. She's tasting the air and tasting the environment to see what's out there
Okay,
and what's
I hope I'm
going
not
on.
too tasty to her.
Yeah, well, you know, you're a little bit too large for her to eat too. They
Yeah.
can swallow large meals, about 3 to 5 times the size of their head, and you're just a tad larger than that, so you should be safe.
Oh, jeez. now, what else did you bring today?
Well, did you want to hold her, or did you want me to
Yeah,
put her
I'll
back?
hold her. I'll do. I'll do it for the show.
All right. Come
Well,
on around the neck here.
Ugh.
Okay, and
All right.
just let her hang out.
All right. She sense fear
Well,
because
no.
I'm writhing in fear right now. Take this
I
thing
won't
off
tell
me.
you that.
I hate snakes.
You're doing pretty good,
Oh,
actually.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Well, I'm warm, and
you are,
yeah.
and you know, she'll just kind of hang
Where's
out
his
with
head?
us.
Ooh,
You don't
no.
want to know. Now, the nice thing about visiting a zoo or
It's
having one
constricting
visit,
around my arm. Is that
you're
bad?
nice and warm,
Oh, that's why. Okay.
is we can travel all over the planet.
Oh, what do we got here?
In one short little trip. We've got an Australian python, and here we have an African pygmy hedgehog, maybe a little more your style.
I have a very important question for you. Do snakes eat hedgehogs?
Not typically.
All right, good.
Not
That's-
typically.
that
They
would be
do
a first for the show,
They do eat
so.
warm-blooded creatures.
Oh my God!
but
It's
we'll
in my
keep
nether
them-
regions.
She's looking for a place to cuddle.
Yeah. Well. Oh.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. You don't want to know where the snake's head is right now.
This is Lily. Lily's a hedgehog.
I'd rather have a hedgehog in my lap
You
right
would.
now.
You want to switch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my Lord. See
Oh,
you around.
Come on, little girl.
Yeah, little girl. Holy mackerel. Whew.
Now, the hedgehog,
Okay, now everybody knows I'm a snake coward.
you
All
did really, really good, though. I'm really proud of you. You
thank
didn't
you.
run away with her, and you didn't harm her, which is the important
No,
thing.
I'm not gonna hurt
Because,
her.
you know, unfortunately, a lot of times when humans don't understand something, if we're afraid of it, we harm it.
Yeah.
We think it might be a danger, even if it's not, we tend to overreact a little bit sometimes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
snakes don't generally get the
I'm not a snake
good end of
fan. That was
stick.
a.
That was a really good
It
experience.
was
though.
for me.
Probably the only one I'll get out of
Yeah,
you.
it's the
but-
last. Do all
Now-
hedgehogs smell this bad?
Well, that might be me.
Can I touch them?
Sure, just go with the grain. Now,
Okay.
hedgehogs are covered in quills, just like porcupines are. Those quills are very, very tough. They're made out of
yeah.
keratin, kind of like our nails.
Everything here is freaking me out, Stephanie. Everything.
I look to please.
Yeah. Can we get a look at his little face? It is a him or a her?
It's a little girl. Her name is Lily. She's
Hi,
an
Lily.
insectivore.
An
which means
insectivore,
her
which is
primary
good.
diet is going to be bugs. She will eat other things, including melons,
So
fruits,
as weird
chickens.
and creepy as some of these critters may be, they're really kind of good. I mean,
They are.
That Lucy snake here will,
Yeah.
you know, keep your rodents
She's
under control.
actually a
and-
very important part of the natural ecosystem which she lives in, and everybody has their place. So unfortunately, when we disrupt it and we start removing creatures from their natural habitats, we sort of disrupt that balance, and, and we can cause a great deal of problems. But so it's important to learn about them a little bit more. And like I said, you know, snakes, they're really not that bad. You do
No,
have venomous
I'm
snakes,
just
but
freaked out by them.
but they all serve their purpose.
This guy makes noises.
She does. When hedgehogs communicate, or if they're nervous, they'll make noises. They make grunts and groans and make little noises. And since she's a nocturnal animal, this is a little bit different a time frame
Oh,
of day
yeah.
for her. So she's gonna, you know, just make sure
She's a little
checks things
jumpy.
out.
Every time I touch him, she kind of
That's a
flinches.
form of
and-
defense because you're a big, giant, scary thing. You're a big, giant monster.
Yeah.
And she's little, even though she's covered in quills. She wants to make sure that she protects
That's right.
herself.
Don't you forget it.
So she will make sure that if you go in and you feel nervous, she's going to make sure that you stay nervous, and she might give you a little jump, a little poke.
Top of the food chain, baby. Look
Those
out.
quills do not come out like a porcupine's may. They stay in there. And when she wants to curl up into a nice tight little ball, there is no chance you can get in there.
Very cute. Well, we have to run off to a break. But on the other side of that, let's look at some of the other critters that you brought with you. You're watching Waking Up with Don, and I will see you in just a few minutes after these messages. Welcome back to Waking Up with Don. I'm here with Stephanie Sinett from Zoo World and a couple of other friends you brought. What are these guys, and more importantly, what the heck are they doing?
These are bearded dragons. These are another Australian native, and really they're just kind of hanging out. This is a male and female couple, and the male is the one on the bottom, the bigger one of the two, and she likes a free ride sometimes. So Bob, you'll often see with Bindi kind of hanging on her back. He's got his own version of I've got a monkey on my back.
It looks that way.
So just the easy way to travel. These are another cold-blooded animal from Australia. Bearded dragons do get their name because they have these great spiked beards, and these beards are used often for different displays, whether it's territorial disputes or maybe the males are trying to impress the females with their big burly dark beards. And they're actually pretty quite social lizards, and a lot of people do have them as pets. And if they're handled properly,
can I touch them?
Sure, just go with the grain, because otherwise it's like petting sandpaper, which isn't a very pleasurable experience.
Yeah. All right. They're a little, scaly. What you would expect a bearded lizard dragon
lizard, absolutely.
to feel like.
They do have many ways that they adapt to survive. They've got great color for camouflage. They've got these great little spikes, and they're extremely quick. Whether it's on land or climbing up a tree, they have.
He's missing a little piece of tail here or something.
Yeah, now that's an injury she had previously to us getting. And some lizards, when they drop their tails, they'll regrow the entire tail back. Some, like these guys, it'll continue to grow back her entire life, but it will never be as perfect as his.
What do they eat? They eat insects? Or?
They're actually an omnivore. They'll eat insects. They'll eat all kinds of things. They love a salad with leafy greens and some vegetables. But they really do like insects. They're nice and crunchy on the outside and gooey on the inside. So.
Oh yeah, we all love that, don't we?
Absolutely. So, would you like to see something furry and warm-blooded?
Yes, I would for a change.
All right, quick costume change takes us to
something
South
without
America.
Spines or.
Well, unfortunately, just because it's cute doesn't mean it's always cuddly.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. Okay. You know, the reptiles have a very bad reputation of being scary and creepy and gross and mean. But sometimes it's those cute, cuddly ones that you have to watch out for. Now, this little girl that I have is a kinkajou. She is a South American native.
Okay.
And she is so cute.
Hi, kinkajou. I'll just keep my hands to myself.
There we go. This little girl is often known as a honey bear because they do enjoy a nice tasty treat of honey in captivity.
Honey bear don't care.
Yes, but you know, and her name is Honey, but that sometimes is a nice name to, well.
Honey's got some teeth, man.
She absolutely does. This animal, even though she sometimes resembles a primate, is actually in the same family as raccoons are. She's not a primate at all. However, she does spend the entirety of her life up in the treetops, up in the canopies.
A marsupial? Is that what we're talking about?
No, not even. She is just a straight-up plain mammal. She just happens to share a lot of the same characteristics as our native raccoons. She's nocturnal. She's very pesky. She has hands and feet that both work like hands, and she has this cool prehensile tail, which will allow her to hang from the trees, and she doesn't even have to hold on with her hands.
Wow. Can I touch her?
You can scratch her right here on her rear end.
All right, there you go. Well, there you go. Now, I've touched just about every animal, and I've been touched by a few animals on this show, too. Stephanie, I appreciate you coming out here and showing us some of your critters and some of the great things at Zoo World. Now, where's Zoo World located and how do people get there?
Well, we are at 9008 Front Beach Road, so you basically hit 98, head west, and you can't miss us. If you get to Ripley's, you've gone just a little bit too far. And the nice thing is we're a small zoo, but we're an intimate zoo, and we offer the opportunity for folks to get up and personal with some of these animals. And we really hope that what they take out of that is, though we're a small cog in the large wheel, it's very important to know what's out there in your surrounding environment and out there in the rest of the world and learn from it.
And it's a great place for the kids.
Absolutely.
Stephanie Sinett, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
And you're welcome back anytime. Bring some more of your friends.
Thank you. I'll bring some more snakes for you.
Yeah, thanks. We'll see you after these messages. Welcome back to Waking Up with Don, and I'm here with Adam Cantrell from CrossFit. Is that the name of your business, or is it Panhandle CrossFit?
Panhandle CrossFit.
Adam, you know, you look like a really strong, healthy young guy.
Thank you.
Do you just do weight training, or do you do CrossFit? Or
yeah, I do. I do CrossFit plus a little additional weight training, a little bit of weightlifting, trying to compete in competitive powerlifting. So kind of got to keep the heavy weights going too.
So suffice it to say, this segment, we're not going to arm wrestle, all right? So let's just make sure we get that out there right now. I am not going to arm wrestle this guy. But what exactly is CrossFit? You know?
Yeah, CrossFit, very simply put, is constantly varied functional movements performed at intensity, okay? So we constantly vary the routine, so nothing becomes routine to your body. We use functional movements, so they're movements you do in the gym, but they'll be found in life. So we're not just having you do random movements because we promise you it's good for you. You'll be able to see improvements in your life. And then we do it at intensity. Now, intensity is relative. What's intense for you may or may not be intense for somebody else, but we have you do it at your level of intensity, so you get the biggest improvements.
Well, what's intense for like a 50-year-old guy is a lot different for what's intense for a 25-year-old guy.
Sure. And it just depends on what your athletic background is, whether or not you've worked out your whole life, or maybe it's new to you. We cater to all levels.
All right, well, I'll tell you what do you do? Now, do you have a routine in the morning when you wake up?
Yeah, first thing I do when I wake up is actually pretty much head to our morning class. We have a 5:30 a.m. Morning class, and we get started there.
Well, we got to run off to a break, but on the other side of that, maybe you can show me what I could do at home or what goes on in your morning class that kind of get me a little better in shape, because it is the new year after all, and people want to make that commitment.
That's right. I'd love to.
All right, awesome. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Waking Up with Don. I'm here with Adam Cantrell from Panhandle CrossFit. Adam, you're going to put me through maybe a little routine to kind of get the blood going on a cold day?
Yeah, sure. So like I said, every morning we have classes, 5:30 a.m. And normally what we do as part of that class is we either start with some kind of an aerobic-based warm-up, so like a light jog, light run, or a row. Don't really have a lot of room to do that here, so we also add in some bodyweight calisthenics stuff. So
bodyweight calisthenics.
Yeah, so I'm just going to put you through some air squats.
Air squats,
yeah,
okay.
So normally we'd like to do like 3 rounds of 10, pull-ups, maybe push-ups, sit-ups, air squats, but I'm going to have you go ahead and start with some air squats. So take a nice hip-to-shoulder width stance.
Okay.
I want you to keep your weight in your heels and your chest up.
Okay.
And I want you to go ahead and start sinking down. Keep your hands out in front of you. Sink down until you reach as far down as you can. Nice.
Okay.
Drive those knees out and come back up. All right, cool. So we're going to hit 10 of those, right?
10 of these, all right.
Go ahead. Boom.
Now, what's this doing for me?
This is warming up the legs. Really, it's doing everything, right? So bodyweight squat is just going to warm up everything. And just get your legs firing, get your core going. It's really it's working your whole body. Okay. The way this is functional is if you ever had to pick something up or reach something that is low, you can do so without kind of putting yourself in a compromised position.
99.
Yeah.
100.
Oh, good, right?
120.
Perfect. That's
all right.
good, man.
I'm feeling a little warmed up.
Excellent.
I'm actually starting to break a little sweat here.
Excellent. Well, that needs lights.
Okay.
The next thing we do is push-ups, right?
All right?
So I'm just going to have you get down here in a good push-up position, all right?
Okay.
Nice flat back, all right? And we're going to lower our chest till it touches the ground and pick your hands up. We like doing hand release push-ups,
Oh,
right?
my.
And drive back up.
That adds a extra dimension of
Yeah,
difficulty.
just a little bit. Come on back up. If you needed to modify this one, you could easily just drop your knees down to the ground like that and stay in the same position. Bam.
It's kind of a girly push-up, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, let's be men about
All
this.
right, cool. Let's do it. Boom, right back up. So the reason we like those hand release push-ups is if we're just doing it to a random standard or to a 90-degree standard, as we get tired, those push-ups might
do
change.
this stuff. You can really bang them out.
But gravity will go ahead and take over if you pick those hands up at any time. Correct.
Wow.
Nice. And then the next thing we probably have you do is just some sit-ups.
Okay.
So go ahead and lay on your back.
Oh, look at this. Fuzz.
A little bit of fuzz.
Okay.
Lay on your back. And then what we're going to do is put the bottoms of our feet together. This kind of disengages the hips. So right like this, we call these butterfly sit-ups. Okay? And at the gym, we'd use an ab mat to support our lumbar, but since we don't have one, we're just going to do them right here on the floor. Lean back, touch the ground behind your head. Oh, let's see what you got. Unlock your hands. So you're good. Just sit up and touch your toes, okay? Right like that. Perfect, okay?
All right.
Right back down. Not so bad.
I actually can hear the bones crackling.
Oh, yeah. Warm that spine up.
I'm creaking like a Spanish galleon. Oh, yeah. From Torquemada's lair to your living room, courtesy of Adam from CrossFit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm starting to feel it.
Feeling warm?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All
We
right.
do one more?
Okay, okay.
One more. There we go. I don't know how many that was.
I don't know. Too many for me.
All right. So we'd normally do 3 rounds of that, and then we'd get started with our workout. Okay, so that's
just the warm-up.
Yeah, but
so now we go to work.
Now we go to work.
And what would your typical workout look like?
It might be anything from some form of weight training. So now that we've got the body all ready to do some work, we might do some weight training. We might do some body weight stuff. We do gymnastics movements. We work on everything.
Well, this has been awesome. I got to tell you, this was actually a little little easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
you know?
not too bad, right?
Although maybe tomorrow I'll be like walking sideways.
Well, that's okay. Come in and
Yeah.
we'll
So how do
everything
people
out.
find you? Where are you guys located?
We're located on Harrison Avenue, right behind Creative Printing. So if you guys know where that is, we're right near that in Bay High School.
Yep.
They can go to our website, panhandlecrossfit.com, or email us at info@panhandlefitness.com.
Okay, well that sounds really cool. And who's your typical client? Or is it just anybody or everybody? Or
Really, anybody and everybody. We have a lot of the younger people that go for our more performance or competition stuff. So we do have a competitive group.
you got old guys like me coming in
And
there?
then, yeah, we have a ton of clients. I would say most of our clients
Yeah.
are pretty much middle, older age.
Thanks for being so diplomatic about that. Really.
wanting to come in and get in shape. Yeah.
All right, so we're ready for an arm wrestle now?
No, not with you.
All right. Thank you so much, Adam Cantrell. And,
Thank you.
And keep those people out there sweating and pumping and get them looking good for the new year.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot for watching today. The show's been great. And 2013's been great for us too, by the way. 2013, we've been on the air for a whole 2 weeks. And now we're starting 2014. I'm still breaking a sweat from working out with Adam from CrossFit. But I want to thank the good people from CrossFit. I also want to thank my friend Stephanie Sinett from Zoo World for bringing her little critters on. And thank you for watching.